News from around the globe. Hot, fresh, balanced and objective. On Unity.
Welcome and thank you for joining us on News Hour on Unity TV. Today is Sunday, the 12th of February 2023, and it's equivalent to 24th of Rajab 1444 after Hijrah. The headlines: Buhari seeks ASU partnership on varsity funding. Currency swap not targeted at individual or group, says CBN. Nothing should happen to Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody, IPOB warns. And on the foreign scene, Turkey earthquake rescue disrupted by security concerns as death toll rises. And in sports, Premier League leaders Arsenal held sports trash. Those were the headlines, and for details and more of the stories, I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. President Muhammadu Buhari on Saturday urged varsity unions, particularly the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU, to partner with the federal government to arrive at a funding blueprint for the university system. Buhari said that such a funding blueprint should take recognizance of local peculiarities and modern realities based on global best practices. The president said the incessant industrial actions by ASU and other unions in the university system always revolve around the issue of adequate funding, stressing that university funding in different parts of the world was not the sole responsibility of the government. ASU embarked on 8 months of industrial action last year over university funding and other welfare issues, which had brought about the current problem of outstanding unpaid 8-month salaries to the academic staff. The president, represented by Minister of State for Education Goodluck Opia, who spoke during the 7th convocation ceremony of Federal University Oye Ekiti, charged Nigerian universities to reassess themselves in the light of national and global expectations. 3 eminent Nigerians, legal luminary Wale Olanipekun, former Managing Director of First Bank of Nigeria Bisi Onasanya, and sports legend Segun Odigbami were conferred with honorary doctorates at the occasion, where Olanipekun was also appointed as a visiting professor of constitutional law. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has said that the new Naira notes are not targeted at individuals or groups, as it has been insinuated. This was even as they encouraged Nigerians to embrace alternative payment channels such as e-Naira and internet banking in the face of the cashless policy. The Director of Corporate Communications Department of the CBN, Mr. Osita Nwanu Sobi, stated this in his address at the CBN Special Day at the ongoing 4th Kaduna International Trade Fair on Saturday. He said the new Naira policy is not in any way targeted at any individual, as been insinuated in the public domain. Represented by Muhammad Abba, Director of Capacity Development of the bank, CBN said the theme of this year's fair is very apt given the fact that a major challenge emerging countries such as ours continue to face is our inability to seamlessly integrate into the global trading system, largely due to the quality and technological content of the goods and services we produce for export. He reiterated what the CBN Governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, has always said: the policy is not targeted at anyone or any group of persons. Rather, it derived from the bank's in-house analysis to strengthen our microeconomic fundamentals and better our socio-economic conditions. As Nigerians continue to struggle to get the newly designed Naira notes, the informal sector of the economy is bearing the brunt of the policy. Many businesses are experiencing low turnover and are being forced to make painful concessions before they can make sales. A reporter spoke to grain traders in Katsina State, and they said the scarcity of the Naira note has taken a serious toll on their businesses, and they are now being forced to cut prices to make sales. In some of the weekly markets, this reporter found out the price for those paying with cash differs from those paying through bank transfers. Last October, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) announced it was redesigning 1,000 Naira, 500 Naira and 200 Naira notes to stem terrorism and revive the economy. The deadline for the use of the old notes was 31 January. For a shortage of the new notes resulted in outrage in parts of the country, the CBN extended the deadline to 10 February 2023. The Supreme Court subsequently ordered the CBN to suspend the 10 February deadline. A soybean merchant, Abdulrazak Soli, who does business at weekly markets including Jikamshi, Banja and Bakori, said he had no option but to cut the price because he needed cash due to the nature of his business and his customers and workers. He said a bag 100 kilogram of soybean that was sold for 33,000 naira before the deadline is now being sold at 21,000 naira cash and 25,000 naira through transfer. The indigenous people of Biafra IPOB on Saturday warned that nothing should happen to its leader Nnamdi Kanu in the custody of the Department of State Service DSS. IPOB said this: if anything happens to Kanu in DSS, it will be a tit-for-tat towards anybody behind the kidnap and extraordinary rendition of its leader from Kenya to Nigeria. Emma Powerful, the spokesman of IPOB, said Kanu's medical needs can be met in DSS custody. IPOB said the DSS lied about Kanu's health because it has not improved while in custody. Emma Powerful, the spokesman of IPOB, said DSS has refused to give Kanu his prescription medication regularly. IPOB has maintained a peaceful and non-violent stance in our movement and struggles to restore Biafra, and we intend to continue the peaceful agitation for a Biafra independence referendum. The presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on Saturday reassured the people of Kebbi that he will revive the moribund Argungu Fishing Festival and boost major investments, including agriculture, in the state. This was disclosed in a statement issued by Tinubu media officer Abdul Aziz. The Argungu Fishing Festival is a way of life for the people of Kebbi State. It is an annual for the festival in the state of Kebbi and other northern states like Niger in the northwestern part of northern Nigeria. The region is made up of fertile river areas of Matamfada, Mala, with much irrigation and orchards. Tinubu made the pledge while addressing the APC presidential campaign rally at Halluru Abdu Stadium in Birnin Kebbi. This is even as he commended the local farmers in the state for the revolutionary venture they have brought into the agriculture sector, especially in rice farming. The APC candidate, who acknowledged Kebbi's exploits in rice production and how it created close partnership between the state and Lagos, said his administration will continue to encourage such working relationships across the country. Midway through the campaign, Kebbi State Governor Atiku Bagudu and Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, took over the podium and called on the people to cast their votes for Tinubu because of his past investment in advancing democracy in the country. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has said that all ad hoc staff engaged to assist the commission is conducting the forthcoming general elections shall swear to an oath of neutrality before being deployed. Chairman of the commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, disclosed this while inspecting ongoing training for supervisory presiding officers on Saturday. Yakubu said they owed allegiance to the Nigerian people and not to any political party or candidate in the election, hence the need for them to be neutral. He told them that while the commission was determined to conduct one of the best elections in the nation's history, the integrity of the polling officers will have positive or negative effects on the elections. He said the ad hoc staff were carefully selected for the exercise, adding that no electoral officer across the world conducts election on the basis of its staff alone. Nigeria has recorded 501 male, 261 female confirmed cases of monkeypox disease from 34 states and Federal Capital Territory FCT as of January 1, 2023, according to last epidemiological data from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention (NCDC). Of the states with the cases of monkeypox in the country, Lagos leads with 188 cases, followed by Abia 58, Bayelsa 45, Imo 45, Ogun 40, Ondo 40, Rivers 37 and Delta 31. Others are Edo 27, Anambra 25, FCT 23, Kwara 21, Nasarawa 17, Adamawa 16, Plateau 16, Kaduna 15, Cross River 12, Ebonyi 12, Akwai 12, Borno 11, Benue 10, Oyo 10, Katsina 8, Taraba 7, Kano 7, Gombe 6, Kogi 5, Osun 5, Enugu 4, Kebbi 2, Niger 1, Bauchi 1, Zamfara 1, not specified 1, Ekiti 1, Yobe 1, and furthermore, 7 associated deaths were recorded from 7 states last year, namely Delta 1 case, Lagos 1, Ondo 1, Akwa Ibom 1, Kogi 1, Taraba 1, and Imo 1, respectively. Since the re-emergence of monkeypox in September 2017, 988 confirmed cases have been reported from 34 states and the FCT. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has denied claims that the Nigerian Security Printing and Minting Company (PLC) does not have enough material to print the new Naira notes. Spokesman for the CBN, Osita Nwanisiobi, in a statement on Saturday said the NSPMC has the capacity and enough materials to produce the required indents of the Naira. He said CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele has assured the National Council of State that the NSPMC was capable of printing the nation's currency needs. According to Nwanisiobi, the NSPMC was working on printing all denominations of the Naira to meet the transaction needs of Nigerians. Reacting to the report, Nwanisiobi said at no time did the CBN Governor disclose to members of the National Council of State that the NSPMC has shortage of printing materials. On the foreign scene, a worsening security situation in southern Turkey has disrupted rescue efforts following Monday's deadly earthquake. International groups have said the combined death toll from the earthquake in Turkey and Syria has surpassed 25,000 and hope is fading of finding many more survivors despite cases of miraculous rescues. German rescue workers and the Austrian army paused their search operations on Saturday, citing clashes between unnamed groups. Austria's Ministry of Defense later said that the Turkish army had stepped in to offer its protection, allowing its rescue operations to continue. There have also been reports of looting, and Turkey's president said he would use emergency powers to punish anyone breaking the law. There were reports early on Saturday that clashes between unidentified groups in the Hatay province had left dozens of personnel from the Austrian Forces Disaster Relief Unit seeking shelter in a base camp with other international organizations. This assessment was echoed by the German branch of the Search and Rescue Group, ISAR, which along with Germany's Federal Agency for Technical Relief, TSW, also suspended operations. Stephen Bayer, operations manager of ISA, said he expected security to worsen due to dwindling food and water supply and hope still fading. And in sports, Arsenal stumbled again as the Premier League leaders were held to a 1-1 draw by Brentford, while Tottenham's top four hopes were dented by an embarrassing 4-1 defeat at Leicester on Saturday. Mikel Arteta's side could have moved 8 points clear of second-place Manchester City with a victory at the Emirates Stadium, but Arsenal could not hold on to the lead given to them by Leandro Trossard's first goal for the club in his 5th appearance since his January move from Brighton. Ivan Toney scored Brentford's equalizer to leave Arsenal without a win in their last 3 games in all competitions, following defeats at Manchester City in the FA Cup and Everton in the league. The Gunners still control their destiny as they chase a first Premier League title since 2004, but Champion City can move to within 3 points if they beat Aston Villa on Sunday. Result of other matches played yesterday in the English Premier League include Leicester City 4, Tottenham 1, West Ham 1, Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Fulham 2, Nottingham Forest 0, Southampton 1, Wolves, Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 1. And that's the size of our bulletin for today. You can follow us on our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Unity Radio FM TV respectively. I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our program.
Unity.